Hello, and welcome to Game of the Day. Today's game is Shining Resonance Refrain. Now, I haven't really played the first game, Shining Resonance, so I just took this game because, it's T2 Artworks, Tony Taka, who made the artwork for this one, so I'm a big fan. And once I saw the cover, I was like, looks like a fun game. So I played it, and it's generic. The story, at least, is generic. Everything else is okay. So it's done by Sega, who is this one who's obsessed with like over leveling your character. So, Shining Resonance starts off with like this character who is a dragon, but not really. So they go around the world with the princess and this girl named Kirika, who is a priestess. And then, they go around the world fighting the Empire, your typical RPG story. And then, you have to fight the Demon Lord, I think. It's a typical RPG story, what can I say? One thing I do like about this game is that it's part dating simulator. So, you can date the girls in your party if you want. And you can go on dates, you can give her items, and what I also like in this game, which I'll talk about the UI now. I think that what the UI really did in terms of like using the characters are amazing. So it has this relationship system where depending on what personality the certain character has will depend on how the relationship of certain characters grow. So there's this like web thing, and if you match it with the personality of the character, you get a totally different relationship. Like, for example, if this character is are friends, then you get the friend relationship, and then these ones are rivals, and your rival relationship, and something like that. I really like that. I really appreciate that they put effort in the relationship things. It reminds me of Persona, but this is a more modified version of the Confidant. I really like that system. Other than that, the map is pretty small, not really that detailed. I can't really talk much about it. The characters are probably the only thing that's really good here. Like, the character designs are amazing, and you can also change your outfits, which is pretty amazing. There's 100 swimsuits for some reason. Like, you can change your characters into like 100 swimsuits, and Tony Taka started off as a doujin artist, so I guess it makes sense. Other than that, I guess everything is okay. They put more emphasis on the characters and not really on the world, and I guess that's fine. It is kind of like a visual novel, so I kind of understand. Now, let's talk about the battle system, which is difficult as heck. Now, at first, when you start this game, you'd think that it's going to be easy, but after a while, it gets difficult. And it's like you want to quit the game because it's just so freaking difficult. So, it's the same as Tales of Systeria. It's an action-based game, sorry. And again, like in Ni no Kuni, you can freely move your character and then you fight. But this time, relationship comes as an advantage, because depending on the relationship of your character, they can either strengthen you or they can ignore you, and they can also fight you. So relationship really matters in this game. And I guess that's all I can say. If we talk about B&A, there's a lot of waifus already in this game. There's Sonia, which is pretty hot. There's Kirika, who looks like the character from Fault. And then there's Rurika, who is very Genki, and she looks more like a best friend more than anything. And then there's also this lolly, because apparently this game likes lollies, I don't know. And then there's this other girl, this Stark girl. I don't really care about her. And then if you're a girl playing this game, there's like 3 husbandos you can choose that you can also go on dates with. And if you're a guy, you can also go on dates with guys. It's a weird game. It's a weird game, but it's a visual novel game that just turned into an action RPG. So I kind of forgive that. Other than the difficulty, I would have given this a higher score if it weren't for the difficulty, because it really is very difficult once you get to the final parts of the game. But overall, I would probably give this game a 7 out of 10. Mostly because it's part visual novels and it knows how to use the relationship feature right. And yeah, if it weren't for that, I would probably give it a lower score, but thankfully they have that one to make the game more interesting. Anyway, this has been Game of the Day. See you tomorrow.